So before we get into this video, I just want you to know I'm sorry I lost my voice last night. So this video is going to be real raspy, but it's also going to be very serious, I guess. So yeah, here we go. Now, before I go any further in this video, I want you to know that I have some very broad notes about what I was thinking about in this conversation. And then past that, it's going to be a very stream of consciousness type of video. And I know that usually on this channel I do video game stuff, but I wanted to try to do this idea of doing a stream of consciousness type of video, and then after that perhaps doing some sort of a live stream situation, be it a couple of days after, maybe a week after, where I can do a talk back with the people who watch the videos and see what happens. So please tell me in the comments below how you feel about this type of video, your ideas on this concept that we're talking about in this particular video, anything about it at all. And then next week, probably, I will be doing a live stream on Twitch, Mixer, Smashcast. I'm pretty sure I'll probably do it on a couple of other live streaming things, just to make sure that anybody who it is that sees this can come back to me live and we can have a conversation about this particular topic. I'm really excited about that. Also, these videos could be very funny, sad, very serious. I don't know, because I'm keeping the topics very broad and then I'm just going to be talking about them afterwards. So who knows what's going to happen, and be ready for that, because I don't usually do that here. It's very vulnerable, and I'm kind of frightened about that, but also excited at the same time. I actually used to, in college, have a Tumblr about this while I was taking psychology classes. Don't find it. Also, when these have to do with particular situations and conversations that I have with people, obviously I'm not going to use their names or particular situations. I'm going to keep them very broad, because I don't want for anyone to feel uncomfortable about having these conversations be given out. This first video in particular, I've already talked with them, so everything is okay. So with that being said, here we go. Okay, so the first thing that I noted inside of my head is that I talked with this person about being in the military. Now, for me, whenever it is that I get to talk with somebody who has served in any fashion, it is astounding to me. And the reason why is because I know I could never do that. I know that I could never serve this country in the way that it is that they do, because it honestly scares the shit out of me. I would never be able to, because somebody else says so, grab a gun and be ready to put somebody in the ground. Granted, that's not what everybody has to do, and I understand that, but that is my mindset. And so for me, I know that that's not something that I could do, and this person has done that. And so whenever it is that we have conversations about the things that they have learned and experienced while doing that, it's fascinating to me and mind-blowing. One of the things that they told me very recently, just a very small thing, was in the cold, what they would do is instead they would close up their sleeping bags, take off all of their clothes, and throw them in the bottom of their sleeping bag, because the sleeping bag is made to keep the heat in. So while you're inside, you don't need all of the clothes. So you keep them in the bottom, and then when it is that you need to get out of the sleeping bag, because the temperature is so different, you put the clothes on at that point so that it helps to regulate your temperature. I'm pretty sure that I'm saying that wrong, but more so than that, I would have definitely done the first thing of just being completely bundled up in all of the things that I had before getting into my bag and falling asleep. But apparently that's not the right thing to do. And I would have never known that. And so that's fascinating and very interesting to me. And that was something that he knew from his training. It's very cool. The second part is that I talked with this person about going to school. They're going to a trade school, and they're learning this craft, and it's so interesting in the way that they are so excited about what it is that they're learning. And when this person comes to me and talks to me about what it is that they go to class about, and like all of the things that they're crafting and building and learning, they're so excited about that, and so excited to give that knowledge and experience to somebody else. And that's so enticing and very exciting to me, because they're gaining brand new knowledge, which is something that right now I'm not doing. I'm just kind of doing what it is that I do. And so for somebody else who is in school to come to me and tell me about all of their new experiences, that's so exciting for me, about them, about what it is that they're learning, how they're bettering themselves, and also how excited they are about bettering themselves. That is so enriching. That's so good. On top of that, they are excited about how profitable it is going to be when it is that they get through the school and can get into these jobs that are so profitable and so needed, but also can make them so much more money than what it is that they're doing. And they have this goal that they're looking towards and ready to achieve and attain, and they're working so hard, and they see their progress, and they're excited about their progress. And that is, again, something that is so enticing. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because that person is living in their car. The person that I'm talking about is right now legitimately living in their car. All of their stuff is in their trunk, and they're living in their car. They are couch surfing when they can, but at times they just have to sleep on the street in their driver's seat. Here's the thing about that. The portion of this that hurts me so much, which we'll get to in the second half of this video, is that they are working so hard and doing so much in progress, overcoming so much, even though they have that thing on their back that right now, because of a poor situation, they're living in their car. They are still making sure that they are doing what they need to do to make sure to better themselves and move forward. That to me is insane strong. it it boggles my mind. But that person is down on themselves because of the fact that they have to live in their car. And don't get me wrong, I understand being on very, very hard times wherein you do not know where it is that you are going to sleep that night. I know that. It's not something that I wanted to put on the internet, but it's the truth. I know what that is. And so I guess because of that, for me, when it is that I hear that this person is doing so much and working so hard and being so focused and getting so much, because they're also getting money for doing what it is that they're doing, but they're taking that and saving it, even though right now they are living in their car. They're taking that and keeping it because they know that later on, when it is that they need to get the job, they're going to want to hold on to that. They're doing that. All of that stuff, to me, is so insanely powerful. And I've told them that. And for them, they're so focused on the fact that they are sleeping in their car. And it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts that they don't see how much they've accomplished. And here's why. This is the second half of this video. I have a place to live. And for myself, I am excited, legitimately excited, that I can pay my rent on time. That is a legitimate accomplishment for me. And that is an accomplishment for me because I know when I haven't. I know when I haven't been able to do that. And I know how much that weighs. And so for me, being able to do that right now makes me feel like I'm on top of the world. Not saving, not buying things for myself, none of that. Just the fact that I can pay my rent on time and I have a place to live and I know that it's mine. That excites me. And I don't, when I put that against that other situation, I legitimately just don't know what it is that I feel. This is, by the way, this is something that I just felt 2 days ago, talking to one of my friends. Because before that, I felt great. I felt really, really good inside. Because I was accomplishing for myself a goal that was very, very difficult for me for a very long time. Wherein I didn't have to worry about that thing. I didn't have to worry about where it was that I lived. I didn't have to worry about where it was that I slept. That was a very big accomplishment for me. But when it comes to this person, I feel like one of the notes that I have is I feel like that person is inside of a cave, and there is a route outside of that cave that they can see, the bright light. They know exactly where to go, and they're walking right towards it. And for me, right now, I feel like I am in a field of sunflowers. And the reason why is because being in the middle of that field feels really, really good. Feels real good. But I really don't know where to go next. Of course, with some time and thought, I can find what it is that I want to do. Get a better job, do better things for myself, which I have been doing, and that has also made me very happy for myself and put me in a very good place. So don't get me wrong. I'm not sad right now. It was just that having this conversation with this person made me think about this situation, this situation of mine versus the situation of somebody else, wherein I feel like they are doing so much more than what it is that I am doing, but I feel like the one thing that they feel like is putting them down is the one thing that they're focusing on, instead of being excited about all of the opportunities that they have coming forward. And for me, I technically have what they don't. I've got a place to live that I take care of. But I don't have direction. I don't have that right now. They have that. They have direction. They have direction that they are excited about, that they can say on paper how it is going to benefit themselves. And then when I see them down on their luck about that one thing, God damn it, it hurts. It just hurts, because I see how much potential is inside of that person, and they're working so hard and doing it, but they're so focused on the one thing that has set them back, that they're not paying attention to how good they are actually doing as a human being, like how good they are at making themselves a better person. And god damn it, it sucks. Like I wish that I could show them, because I've said so. I've said how much I envy this person because of what it is that they're doing. I've told them that, and it gets brushed away. And I understand the idea of not wanting to get praise when you're not where it is that you want to be. I understand. But when you're doing so well, like, God, just, I feel like you should really just take in how strong you are, and how determined you are, how focused you are on what it is that you're doing and what you want, that you will not let that hold you back at all. It will not hold you back. It cannot, and it has not. And that's powerful. That's so insanely powerful. The reason why I'm making this video is because whenever it is I say to this person, they don't get it. Or at least I I feel like it just sort of bounces off of them. And it's it it deserves so much more. That's it. That's it. It just deserves so much more. It deserves so much more attention. It deserves so much more praise. Like, not to ask for a handout, because clearly this person doesn't need it. They're doing what it is that they need to do to make sure that they don't need that handout. That is crazy. Anyway, that's all for this video. Um, I was very worried about making this video because of the fact that it is very just kind of off of the cuff and emotional and I guess opinionated, whatever it is. But I feel like it could be interesting in starting a conversation. And so, in that, if you want to talk about this in the comments below the video, please do so. I will be on live streams on Twitch, Mixer, Smashcast, on YouTube Live. I'll be doing live streams for the next couple of days, just playing stuff, but more so than that, replying to this video and talking about this situation and listening to what it is that you feel about this, and having a conversation about it, because I'm so interested in that. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.